1979 in the Little League. I was also captain, so I feel like I'm in the right place.
We're here at the Collingwood Past Players Luncheon. I'm here having a chat with John Birt. John Birt, as you all know, was a brilliant player for Essendon, but ended up as general manager for Collingwood. And John, I'd just like to ask you, how did you find the difference coming from a club that you'd loved and played most of your football with, and then coming across to Collingwood in an administration role? Was it very difficult, or?
Well, it was difficult. I'd been a teacher for 25 years, and I came to Collingwood as football manager, and after about 4 weeks, I was trying to get my teaching job back. I found it very, very difficult, because at that time, it was a bad time at Collingwood, because it was when Tommy wasn't getting many good results, and the players didn't seem to be trying that hard, and Tommy was having a pretty rough time, and as the season went on, Tommy got the sack, and it was just a bad year, that 1982. So yeah, it was rather difficult actually, Mark.
And through the years, obviously you still got your ties with Essendon, but your growth with Collingwood, you became heavily involved, obviously, over the next 3 or 4 years.
Well, I ended up at Collingwood for 17 years, wow. And one of my roles as football manager was to recruit James Manson.
Okay.
And but no, I had a great time as football manager, and then I moved on and was general manager, as you mentioned, for 6 months. Rob Petrie and I shared the role, and then I became marketing manager, and then I was involved in membership. But in between that time, as you would know, both you guys would know, I had 3 years at Fitzroy.
That's right, yeah. Good years?
Oh, they were terrific years, but, you know...
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Well, you know, I often say they were wonderful years at Fitzroy, and I really admired the people. And unfortunately, I was the last CEO. And that was a great experience, in a way for me, to be the CEO when the administrators took over, and then we merged with Brisbane. And I look back on it now and think, well, you know, what a successful merger that was, because Brisbane then won three premierships, and they really looked after all the old Fitzroy people. They were terrific. So to be involved in that was a bit of a highlight of my life, actually.
It's something I always like to know myself, John, when talking to past players, and everybody played in different eras. Is there anything from the time when you played that you think is lost from the game now, and is there anything now that you think they've added that would have been good in your time?
Well, one of the things I think is lost is a bit of player discipline, because whether the coaches like it or not, but you know, we were always taught one man up for mark and the others stay down, or if you're behind, spoil, and all that sort of stuff. Well, you know, I cringe when I see about 4 or 5 blokes flying in the same team in the goal square, instead of the full forward having a good run at the ball. And you know, I just feel that Geelong won that flag last year because Podsy Adley went off and Hawkins was left by himself to take the mark.
Exactly.
And prior to that, they were both spoiling one another all the time. So I just think that's a bit of a shame about the game. But the rest of the game is fantastic. In a way, I'd hate to play it, but I'd love to be involved in the way they play today. But you know, they're just so strong, and they're so fit, and they're committed, and they're so tough. So I've got to admire every player that goes onto that ground today.
Be that as it may, I'm nervous and all of that. I bought me membership tickets because I thought we would have had to at least prove that we were members before we would have got into the place. There it is, concessions. See, I am a mental cripple.
The thing is, you got to run straight.
You just got to run straight.
You watch the TV behind them, they kick it where they run.
Yeah, simple as that. That's why you don't want to find the twiggy.